I had my very first business at the age of 9 with the newspaper route. So I've always known how to work and make money. And I thought, working harder was the answer to almost like any and everything. Because in Ecclesiastes 10 and 19, it says that the money is the answer for everything. Not realizing, yes, it will afford you a lot of material things, but if you don't manage it properly, it will cost you everything. And for the longest time, it worked. Me just working hard, it got me a lot of different things. God blessed me with the ability to accomplish so much. But I never stopped to think, to pray, and ask God to show me how to steward my money properly, especially coming from a household that did not manage money properly. And I didn't realize those same bad money habits would follow me into adulthood. I didn't understand then that knowing how to make money and knowing how to steward money are two totally different things. I didn't have the financial discipline. And more importantly, I wasn't allowing God to direct my plans and I wasn't making Him a part of my life financially. So today, I still believe in working hard. I still believe in working and make your money. I still believe in multiple streams of income. But I build my life very differently now. Look. Y'all know I've been gone, saving money, not working. I come home to a refrigerator full of food. My niece did hibachi the other day, and they just been cooking out and having a good time without me while I'm gone. Well, I just got back last night about 11 o'clock on my trip, and y'all know how I always tell you it's so important to have multiple streams of income. Why? If your name's not on the front door of that building, you don't own it. You don't know what's going to happen. You need to have emergency backup plan, and you need to have emergency money. So already today, it's about 12:30. One of my title companies that I work with, they had asked me to go do this appointment. I was like, But then they said, well, we'll pay you this much. I said, oh, let me get about the bed. So I'm on my way. I'm printing the documents now to go to the closing, and I'm gonna jump in the shower real quick and get to my appointment. I believe the most important thing you can teach your child is to know God and who He is. The second is the value of family and self-respect. And the third is how to manage money properly. I remember, being in elementary and they taught us about money, but I don't ever remember being taught how to budget or how to plan for the future or how to seek God's wisdom and direction in the way I should handle my finances. And you know what the crazy part is? The crazy part is my professional career began in banking. Even later, when I started my own mortgage company and was making over six figures, I still had bad financial habits. And it never crossed my mind while the money was coming in that one day the business could slow down or even come to an end, and that I needed to prepare for that possibility. My thinking was simple. As long as I kept working and making money, everything would be fine. And as long as I could pay my bills, take care of my son, help my family, and handle whatever came up, I thought I was good. I was doing well. But little did I know, God had a different plan for me. He had a different direction for me. And yes, I did. I thank God for my business. I would thank Him, when things got tight, I would pray and ask for His help. But looking back, I realized something. I was asking God to help me with the plans that I had made. I wasn't asking Him to lead me in making the plans that He had for me. And those are two totally different things. Guess what I did? So I did the appointment, right? Another company that I work with called and said, hey, can you go do this other appointment? And I'm like, I'll do it since I'm already out the house and about and doing my thing. No problem. How many pages is it? Great. No problem. I can print that in my car. I go to print the pages. I can't print nothing. Why? Because I forgot I took my printer out of my car. My family had an event and I needed my trunk to load stuff, and I forgot I took my printer out the car. Now I have to come up with a different way to print the documents in order to make that appointment on time. I know what to do. I just don't feel like doing it. It's such an inconvenience. I cannot believe I forgot to put my printer back in the car. Anyway, the life, the life, the life, the life. Now, I have heard the saying many times that people can take away physical things from you, but no one can take away your knowledge, your wisdom, or education you've gained. And I believe that. I thought if I did it before, I can do it again. And by nature, we're creatures of habit. So after losing everything, I immediately started doing what I knew how to do.
Hi, can I have the little the sleeve pocket thing for this?
I started to make plans to rebuild my life. But the harder I tried to rebuild, the more I felt like I was hitting my head up against a brick wall. The things that I had worked on before or things I had done before were not working. The connections I had before were not coming through. And every time I had a deal that I felt that was going to close, it would always fall apart. And eventually, I got to a place where I would just cry out to God and saying, God, what is this? What am I missing? What am I doing wrong? And what I didn't understand yet, that God was teaching me lessons that was so much bigger than money. I had to realize I had made myself and making money an idol. I spent much more time working and building my business than what I spent with God. And at the time, I truly thought I had a genuine relationship with Him. Oh, I'm back. I have finished the second appointment. Let me tell you, that is so good. I knew what to do to get these documents printed because I didn't always have a printer and scanner in my car. You see, this one was a lot smaller than that first one, but and that's why I went on and took it, because I had no intentions. When I say none, I had no intentions of working this much today. I was like, I'm gonna do my one little appointment and go on about my business. But we got goals, right? Thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to have a business that I can work on my own time, my own terms. I don't have to, be subject to, if I don't take the appointment, I'm going to lose business. And the only reason I took the second appointment was because the title company texts me directly as opposed to going through the portal. So they sent me a message directly asking me if I could do it. And they already knew what my fees were. So they said, we'll pay you the amount, because they know, like, you already know, I've been working with you long enough. Like, I'm only going to do this kind of closing for this amount. And depending on where it is, there's an additional charge. If I need to bring a witness with me, there's an additional charge, because they're making additional charges when they charge these clients for this business. So anyway, I'm in Buckhead. At first I was in Hateville, Georgia. Cute cafe. This time I'm in this Buckhead nice fancy house that I went to, gorgeous home. And the guy, I said, do I know you? You look familiar to me. And the wife said, uh-oh. So that said to me, I should know you. I don't know. I've seen you on TV before. I think he does something in sports or something like that. I've seen this guy before. But they don't be wanting to tell you who they are. And I'm not going to tell you guys who they are. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to think about it. When I see him on TV, I'm like, I knew him. Because that happens a lot for me. A lot of times I'll get these appointments and I'll show up to the people's house or their office. And when I get there, I'm like, oh, I know you famous. And they just be regular old people, regular old folk. But anyway, I'm about to scan these documents for this appointment. I gotta find the hold on, I gotta find the USB part to plug into my laptop so that I can scan it. So I am already scheduled to do a closing tomorrow morning at 9:30. On that one, I'd have to have a witness for. So I've already reached out to have someone meet me tomorrow morning to do it. And sometimes I lose business, so to speak, because some of the appointments I need a witness. And I'm like, if the person, the seller or the buyer does not have their own witness, or if we're not meeting in a public place where I can get one of the employees or someone to be a witness, then that becomes a problem. So thank God I have someone to be a witness for me tomorrow so I can take the appointments, because the money be right. They be right. But I'm like, I gotta let it go because I don't have anybody to come witness for me. But anyway, that is it for today. I will pick up tomorrow with round 2. I truly thought as long as I went to church on Sundays, I paid my tithes, and honey, I really thought I was doing something with paying them tithes because I was giving big money, like thousands of dollars at a time. Okay? I prayed in the mornings, I prayed over my food, I prayed at night, I read my Bible every now and again. But God had to show me that my whole life was out of order. I didn't have a true fellowship with Him. The romantic relationship I was in, it was not of God in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I had so much pride. Pride in myself and in everything I had accomplished, especially considering where I came from. Yes, I would thank Jesus, but if I am truthful about, what was really in my heart back then, there was still a part of me that believed that my hard work alone was the reason I had become successful. God had to teach me something completely different. Jesus says in John 15 that He is the vine and we are the branches. We are to remain in Him and He is to remain in us. And when we do so, we bear much fruit. Because apart from Him, we can do absolutely nothing. And I had spent years trying to do so much without truly remaining in Him, without even really understanding what it meant to remain in Him. I had plenty of people around me who were successful. I could see examples of how to make money, how to build a business, and how to accomplish things. But what I didn't have were many examples of what it looked like to truly live for Christ while doing those things. And that's actually one of the main reasons I make these videos. I want to allow God to use my life and my experiences to help somebody else. I am by no means whatsoever a perfect person, and no, I do not always get it right. I am still learning. I am still growing, and God is still teaching me. But I want to share the lessons He's taught me and the lessons He's continuing to teach me, because maybe something I've gone through can help one of my sisters avoid some of the mistakes I made. There's an addendum done to the contract, so you're going to sign above your name and you're going to date there.
Up here.
No, up there. This is just the warranty deed, taking it out of your name and putting it into your buyer's name. So you're on here, you don't need to sign, you're just going to sign here to acknowledge and date.
Okay.
That's okay. That's why my signature is very scribbled. When you see me do it, you're going to like, oh, okay, now I see. All right. All right, so this is for the title, escrow, insurance. You're not signing, you're just acknowledging there. This is your first payment letter. You'll also get information via email in your mail about. So this again shows your principal, estimated taxes, insurance, total payment after taxes and insurance. Your lender may hold, you know how to do separate partial. Okay. Yeah. So loan amount, interest rate, that looks right. Mm-hmm. Does not have a prepayment penalty. Right. Sign a date for me there. Sometimes I think about how different certain parts of my life may have been if I had had someone there to show me another way. Maybe I wouldn't have wasted so much time trying to figure out everything on my own. But one of the most beautiful things about God is that He is able to redeem the time. He can take the years we thought were wasted the mistakes we've made, the things we've lost, and even the things we wish we could go back and change. He can still use them for your good when your mind is stayed on Him and for His glorious purpose. And when I look back over everything, I am so grateful for what God has taught me. But more than anything else, I am grateful that He never gave up on me. I am grateful that He continued drawing me closer to Him until I finally understood that I didn't just need God to be a part of my life. I needed God to be my entire life. My entire life needed to belong to Him. So yes, today I still work. I still believe in having multiple streams of income. I still believe in building businesses, making plans, setting goals, saving money, and preparing for the future. But I don't want to do any of it the way that I used to do. I'm learning that just because I can do something doesn't mean God is telling me to do it. And just because an opportunity can make me money doesn't mean it's an opportunity that I'm supposed to take. And just because I have a plan doesn't mean it's God's plan for me. I'm learning to slow down long enough to ask God, is this what you want me to do? Is this where you want me to go? And is this how you want me to use what you have given me? Because I don't want to spend another season of my life working harder and harder only to discover that I have been running in the wrong direction. I want to work, but I want God to direct my work. I want to build, but I want God to show me what to build. I want to prosper, but more than anything, I want my life to be in His will. The difference in my life now is that I am learning to hold my plans in my hands open to God and saying, Lord, is this what you want for my life? Because this is what I am thinking. Because success for me now doesn't look the way that it used to. It's not how many houses I own and how much money I can make or how many businesses I can succeed in. For me, real success is becoming the woman God created me to be and faithfully stewarding whatever He chooses to put in my hand. And to this day, I am still learning how to do that. But of course, by His grace and His might and His strength, I will succeed in doing that. And that is what this channel is all about, the journey beyond the hustle. So if this video inspired you, encouraged you in any way, you think it can help any woman out there, do share this video. Make sure you click the like and subscribe to the channel to help the algorithm reach more women. And until the next time, peace and love unto you.